Good evening, everyone. Hopefully your week is starting off well. So far mine is doing okay. It was a crazy bit at work, but it's over, and it's Tuesday tomorrow. We just go day by day. But last night, while Mystic and I were, mindlessly grinding for some levels in a series on her channel, which, I'll link the very first video down in the description if, editor me from the future remembers. And we were talking about characters we would want in Smash. Considering C was just announced, everyone seems to be doing these, or doing something of that nature to be like, oh, I wonder if blank is ever gonna get into Smash, or I wonder if blah would get into Smash. And to be, anyone that knows me really knows that I'm horrific at Smash. I actually have a little mini series on YouTube about it. It's the World of Blight, or whatever that little mini part is. I'm not good at it. There's a lot of times where I've ended my own existence simply by dash, side being into death, especially on Sonic. Good lord. But I thought it would be kind of interesting to do this. I watched Mystic's video about it, and it was I enjoyed it. I had fun, so I was like, you know what? Let's do my own version. Now, I asked her for some ground rules, and the only one she gave me is it must have originated in a video game. There's only one in here of my list that I'm kind of concerned about, but I guess, freaking commenters or whoever's gonna watch this, write me a freaking, a C and D, or freaking say that you are incorrect, sir, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how you want to phrase it really, but hopefully my picks are kind of interesting and it makes you think. I just want to also say that they're in no particular order, because God forbid that I have any, any standing on who or what or how it could be made into this game. But anyway, here are my top 5.
A man has a choice. I chose the impossible. I built a city where the artist would not fear the censor, where the great will not be constrained by the small, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality. I chose to build rapture. But my city was betrayed by the weak. So I ask you, my friend, if your life were the prize, would you kill the innocent? Would you sacrifice your humanity? We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
Number 5, Big Daddy. Starting off the list with one of my favorite characters from a relatively recent game series, Big Daddy from BioShock. I know we have a bunch of slow heavy hitters already in Smash, but I think his kit could be kind of interesting. His big drill, and if you were to say take the main protagonist from BioShock 2, the different atoms in the style of like Shulk, or something, you could change from lightning to fire to whatever. There's so many atoms in that game that it's the minor field for goodiness. I was thinking maybe his Smash could be something like how we met Big Daddy in the very first BioShock, where that dude gets impaled. But instead of, since this is a rated T game, I think they can't show the impalation and the blood flying everywhere. Maybe they could just have him get hit by the drill and he just goes like spiral, like he gets yeeted off the stage or something. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Maybe funny. Kind of cool. His drill would do a lot of damage, kind of like how Ganondorf's swings are, or Bowser's. But I don't know. That's just a thought.
Jim, one of the hottest selling video games of 1994. Winner Video Game Product of the Year. And star of TV, toys, and now Windows 95.
Jim is a plasma blasting superhero, a lean, mean, crawling machine.
This worm is bursting with adventures and exploding with attitude.
Number 4, Earthworm Jim. Now, back in the 90s, I remember playing this on Sega and watching the TV show. But this is that one that I said that might be kind of, concerning or controversial, because I think Earthworm Jim started as a comic. I could be wrong, but I vaguely remember reading a comic. But with the goofiness that was the 90s and the silliness that was the cartoon show, because good lord, I remember being very confused with that show, kind of like with the Tick as well. Both of those shows were very WTFs, lots of WTFs, and I think it would be an interesting throwback to the old, to the old games. Number 3, Guybrush Threepwood. Hi here, just editor Mike, but from the future. But I was doing some research. Tales of Monkey Island is the Telltale and LucasArts combo that they released in 2009. The very first one that I was thinking of is called Curse of Monkey Island. Just wanted to, get that straight. So, now it's back to past Flash. Whoa. Speaking of wonkiness, I wonder how many people remember this character, because if you're a fan of LucasArts and you love the
Now that's just
what was it? It was something of Monkey Island or something, Tales of Monkey Island, or I think that was the name of it. It's been a long time. I own them on Steam, but I love this game, and I really wouldn't mind going back and doing a bit of a series on this, which might or might not happen. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's pretty entertaining. Honestly, his moveset would be kind of similar to any other, sword guy. Apologies, but I think it'd be cool to maybe have him in like the 2D style and make it more rubberer. Apparently, that's word saying that more rubbery is not okay, but rubber is. But if we could keep him to the 2D style instead of the 3D style, I think that'd be pretty cool. I think he would be smashing, profiling.
But Dr. Cortex, we have not determined the cause of past failures. Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex!
Number 2, Crash Bandicoot. So honestly, I'm kind of surprised that this guy isn't already in the game, considering they have Mario and Sonic. And if they could include this one, as since he was the unofficial mascot of Sony and PlayStation for at least most of the 90s, if not all of it, and most of the 2000s, why he wasn't in there to begin with is kind of really depressing. Then if they brought him in, then they could have a battle of the brands, the 90s-ish brands. I believe Activision owns the rights to this character, but I think his moveset would be very wonky. His spin attack would be really fun. It'd be very cool. It'd be like Bowser's, but instead of being the spikes and everything, it would just be Crash's hands just slapping you at 1,000 miles an hour. And I think, honestly, that he would be a very good beginner character to learn. From what he played in the remake or the remaster, however you want to call it, I think he would be pretty hella fun.
And from wind and earth, a storm of dust gave texture and form to the empty void. Dust and steam, forces of nature that have brought Elysium to life once more.
There is a legend, the oldest of Elysian tales. It speaks of a warrior who wields that very blade. You, Dust, will turn the tide.
Well, no pressure or anything.
Number 1 is Dust from Dust's Elysian Tale. Now, Mystic already kind of went over it in her video, why Dust would work and why he wouldn't. But I think it's kind of cool that the anime dog boy with a magic talking sword and his friendly ally Fidget would bring some interesting dynamics into the roster. Maybe whether Fidget is like Kazooie to the banjo, I think it'd be a really nice nod to the indie games that are super popular. Kind of like how Steve is bringing in the, you know, Minecraft and everything. I think it'd be really cool if they brought in Dust, because Dust was super popular. I remember everyone loving it when it came out, but I never really played it. Sadly, I really want to. I actually had a couple videos on my channel before I took them down, because good lord, the actual quality, both the mic audio and the game audio, was hot garbage. So expect a playthrough of that at some point. But I really think his little spinny sword attacks and everything would be really cool, really fun to, you know, to play. The only downside that I can see is that there's so many sword users in this game already. He might just kind of vanish, which would be really sad, because I think he'd be really fun to play. Anywho, those are my top picks. Hopefully some were very surprising, some might, you know, kind of, you know, bring up some good thoughts, and just interested to see what you guys say. I'm, you know, just wanted to know what your thoughts are, and, you know, Mr. Sakurai, I'll be waiting for the call and the check, please. So, you know, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or whatever the kids these days use. Is MySpace still a thing? I don't know, but seriously, thank you for making a game that is hella fun to play, and honestly pretty fun to watch too. I'm not good at it, so most of the time I spend the games that I'm a part of watching, and I just love watching people and the commentary between my friends just go crazy because they're both trying to kill each other with obscene violence. But let me know what you think below. Have a great rest of the night. Until next time, bye bye.